Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Ed here at ELH Scale Model Garage. And as most of y'all already know, we here in the YouTube modeling community have lost a very dear, well-loved and respected friend in the form of Terry Thacker, aka Senior. And we all miss him, we all love him, and he's going to continue to be missed from now till we're gone, and maybe then some. But a lot of us have gotten together and decided that we're going to do a tribute build to Senior. And Brian over at Got Fuel's Model Car Garage and Snappy Pappy, also known as Fred Henry. I don't remember Snappy Pappy's channel page, but he does have a channel, and I want to say I'm subscribed to that one as well, but sorry Snappy, I don't remember your channel page name. But they did a collaborative video that was posted on Brian's page over at Got Fuels, announcing the beginning of the tribute build for Senior. And so this is going to be my intro video to that group build. And well, a while back I picked up this particular pickup with a couple of different ideas of what I was going to do with it when I got it. And then Senior passed, and we got to talking about the tribute build, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with that truck, and what I'm going to be doing with it now didn't even cross my mind when I'd first picked it up. But what I'm going to be doing is taking the wedge bed from this kit and bashing it into the Silverado. And then I'm doing a second kit for my tribute build in the form of the 67 Chevelle Pro Street. A little bit more on the Chevelle in a moment. Now, with the out of the box wedge bed, obviously it's a dual axle, and it's got a little small door on the driver's side and a larger door on the driver's side. And just mocked the cab of the Silverado onto the chassis, and then set the wedge bed in with it. And I don't have the leaf springs in, but that's about where the rear axle sits on this chassis. And as y'all can see, that just wouldn't really work well, so the chassis would have to be stretched for the out of the box version of the bed. Except I'm not doing this truck with a straight out of the box version of the bed. This is the driver's side panel of the wedge bed that I'm building for the group build for the tribute. And as you can see, I've moved the wheel well opening back and cut it down for a single axle. Also, and I did the same thing with this opening here on the passenger side panel. Opened up where the out of the box has these two little doors, the small one on the driver's side and larger one on passenger, that swing outward like that. Well, for my build, I've opened it up and I'm have it to where it swings down to be able to make a little bit more use of that space in this area here that would now be opened up by having moved the wheel well back. And I'm doing that on the other side. I'm also going to put some LEDs in this truck and light it up on the headlights, the tail lights, which I'm going to use some 69 Camaro tail lights on the back side of the bed for the tail lights. Also, I shaved the here and here were some molded in side marker lights on the sides of the bed. I've shaved those off, and I'm going to use these little clear lenses out of one of my semi kits. For the red ones are going to be the little red lenses are going to be back here on the tail of the bed, and the orange lens is going to be up here at the top of the front. And yes, I'm going to put some LEDs in there and light those up as well. Now onto the Chevelle. I'm not building that Chevelle out of the box stock either, because I personally don't care for how high that particular car sits when it's built. And I'm also going to be doing it more of a pro mod instead of a pro street. I've got the supercharged Chevy 632 from Iceman. This is what I'm going to put in the Chevelle after I get it built, obviously. Also got a few other little parts. Got a fuel cell, some Optima style batteries, some ignition coils. Also picked up some ProTech photo etch for throttle linkage and things of that nature. But I'm also going to lower the kit. I'm going to lower the car down, lower its stance, and I'm going to use the slicks from the Chevelle. I'll also be using these slotted big disc brake rotor and calipers that I had picked up, I want to say from Iceman, on both the truck and the Chevelle. And that's going to take a lot of work, especially with the truck, because the rotor and calipers just don't fit very well in the wheel backs for the custom wheels that come with the truck kit that I'm going to be using. And this is one of the rear wheels, because the rears are bigger than the fronts. And even with the rear, it still doesn't fit very well. So I'll be making some modifications on that. Also, with the pickup, I'll be putting a from VCG Resins. I've got some single and dual tank nitrous bottle and bracket kits. Here's one of the brackets, dual tank brackets that I've gotten painted up chrome for a different build. And here's one of the tanks itself. I still got to do the clear blue over it to make it look anodized. but I've got a couple of sets of those, so I'll be doing up a dual tank set for the Chevelle, and I'm doing a single tank set for the pickup. They are both going to be black, Senior's favorite color, and Brian and Snappy Pappy got with STS decals. You can find the link for the the Senior Tribute decals on Brian's page over at Got Fuel Model Car Garage. He's got a video, the announcement video for this group build, where he announced it, where he and Snappy announced the official start date for this build. The link for the STS link for the decals, the Senior decals, is in that video, and from what I understand, that's, you have to click that link to get to the decals, because I don't think STS is actually advertising those decals on their main site, but they are selling them. They're $10 a sheet, and I will be purchasing, when I get paid on Thursday, at least one sheet, maybe more. Some really cool decals on that sheet. So, but the reason why I'm getting started on my build a little bit early than the official start date of the group build is I've made the personal decision to put all the rest of my projects and builds and everything on pause until I get my Senior Tribute done. So that's why I've already gotten started modifying the side panels and the bottom panel of the wedge bed. I've also done a little bit of work on the chassis. So far, all I've done on this is get the seam lines cleaned up and separate the side of the tank from the side of the chassis rail, where I'm going to have to cut the chassis rail off to be able to stretch it out. And with moving the wheel well back on the wedge bed more toward the rear of the bed, that means I'm going to have to stretch the chassis out even further, but stretching chassis ain't no big. That's easy. So, but I wanted to get this build done and then pick up everything, all the rest of my builds, and get back on that. But I want to get this one done first. Senior meant that much to me. So, thanks for watching. This is Saturday, March 16th of 2024 at 1:45 p.m. So at whatever time of day it is that y'all wind up seeing this video, be it morning, afternoon, night, early evening, whatever, doesn't matter. Have a great one, and until next time, I'll be in the garage.